All right, shalom, shalom. Peace, Israel. This brother Zaquan from Prophecy Babylon Camp down here in Tampa, Florida. I'd like to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who teach you well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. All right, and as you can see here, it says people here are ready. Russia's Nobel Prize-winning journalist warns nuclear war is being sold to the public like pet food. Okay, and I keep touching up on these war topics because they making this war topic seem as if war is about to happen next week. As you see right here, it says it's being sold to the public like pet food. But when you understand the scripts, you understand that this is the beginning of sorrows, and we have much tribulation to go through. Much more tribulation to go through. Okay. So I'll read a little bit on here. We're going to grab a few scriptures. It's not going to be too long. Okay. It says people here are ready. Russia's Nobel Prize winning journalist warns nuclear war is being sold to the public like pet food. It says Russians are being fed propaganda to prepare them for nuclear war. The world has entered a new era where nuclear war is once again a genuine threat, according to Nobel Prize winner. All right. In an interview with the BBC published on Thursday, Muratov said he was anxious about just how far Russian President Vladimir Putin was willing to go in this standoff with the West over Ukraine. It says 2 generations have lived without the threat of nuclear war. He told the BBC Steve Rosenberg, but this period is over. Will Putin press the nuclear button or won't he? Who knows? No one knows this. There isn't a single person who can say for sure. All right. Before I read on, started in Matthew 24:6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars or rumors of wars. All right. When this war with Russia and Ukraine first popped off, you was hearing Russia, Ukraine. It's going back to back to back to back. Okay. So you should hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, and there is multiple talks of war. You hearing war left and right. But before those buttons are pressed, before the day of the Lord, before the day Yahweh Shem Yahshua, before these nukes get shot off, all right, we're going to have to go through much more, okay? You still got, prophecy that's waiting to be fulfilled, the M to the O to the T to the B, We got Jacob's trouble, this persecution is on the way, So it's only a few more major prophecies, but, before this all collapses and it goes down, before the Lord comes back and redeems his men, Yahweh will be those men, okay? Well, the Lord said, but the end is not yet. Right. And this is, what's happening now. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Right. Now, nation is rising against nation. You got 1.4 million ground troops. That's I believe in China. That's prepared to fight. And then it says, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, right? They had these talks months and months ago that there being a wheat shortage and all this food shortage. And what are people doing now? They're still going to the stores. They're still eating freely. They still, they eat without a care. It's Babylon. But the Lord said, there shall be famines, all right? A famine is coming very soon. Okay, when they shut off these lights, all right, this is going to hit hard. It says, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And there's been earthquakes, all over. The mass earthquakes that's happened in Turkey and stuff, So the scriptures are jumping off of the book, man. Go back. It says nuclear threat. Top Kremlin officials have made several thinly veiled threats to the West since Russia launched its full-scale invasions of Ukraine in February of 2022. Putin himself has repeatedly hinted in the years since the invasion that Russia could use a nuclear weapon if threatened, with U.S. intelligence warning earlier this month that the Russian leader was expanding his nuclear weapons arsenal. In January, an ally of Putin issued a warning to NATO that a nuclear war could be triggered by a Russian defeat in Ukraine, while the head of Russia's Orthodox Church cautioned that any Western desire to destroy Russia will result in the end of the world. Let me bring that back. I want you to hear me correctly and hear me. says the Orthodox Church cautioned, meaning they warned, that any Western desire to destroy Russia would result in the end of the world. Let that marinate for a second. All right, because it goes to show you, man, the Lord is real, man. Prophecy is popping off, man. And Babylon will be destroyed with 200 million nukes. 200 million nukes, man. Babylon will be eradicated off the face of the earth. It's going to be used as an example as what not to do, how not to live forever. It's going to be a memorial forever. Okay? The smoke going to arise forever. You're going to be like, hey, that was Babylon, boy. Hey, boy. Remember that time out there in Babylon? Yeah. We can't ever do that again. You know? It's going to be you, boy. Matthew 24:8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning of sorrows, man. You know, it seems far-fetched, you know, ever since this thing came down, you know, with the Yabs, ever since this all went down, you know, it's been seeming like things have been popping off more and more, but this is just the beginning of sorrows, man. We just getting started. These are the beginning of sorrows, meaning the sorrows is only starting, man. You know, you got people who didn't even last through the first wave, you know, when they came through the first lockdown, and they actually about to do the thing this time, man. You know, so this is truly the beginning, man. You know, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? Everybody gonna hate us for this, man. They gonna hate us for standing firm and being so firm in the name of Yahweh Shai, you know. And you also know in the world, you know, you tell somebody something, you know, and they end up being wrong, then they be mad at you. You know, they look at you some type of way. You know, so that's how they gonna do the prophets too also, man. You know, we've been humbly speaking and telling the world what's about to happen. You know, not that everybody, you know, the saying in the world is who don't hear will feel. You know, I've always heard that growing up. You know, so you don't want to listen to the prophets now. You know, when Esau come down with that wrath, you know, you really feeling that pressure. You know, who don't hear will feel. So y'all gonna feel, okay? And they gonna feel some type of way because they didn't have this, man. And we're not gonna be able to give it to them because the Lord gonna make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth, okay? You know, and I didn't want to get too far into it, man. You know, the point was made. The point is, any Western desire to destroy Russia will result in the end of the world. Okay? As you see right here, you know, this is being, nuclear war is being sold to Russians like dog food, meaning it's being advertised. You know, you drive down the street, you see the two golden McDonald's arches, it was an advertisement. That's how they do nuclear war over there, man, in them other countries, man. Okay? While Americans still being here, being ditzy and worried about, you know, who doing what and who pregnant and this, that, and the third, all right? Nations are gearing up for war. Nuclear war. Okay? But Yahweh is all the point was made, and I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who teach it well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful scattered abroad. Till next time, I do say shalom and a ball soon.